Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Speed Gaming Daily. Today we have a standard seed. We'll go into that in just a moment. But we have Sheffy on the left, Yoinker's wife on the right. They have volunteered their time to put on some racing for us. So thank you to them. I am Wannabe, and I am handling the commentary and tracking today. Should be a good time. But chat, I'll need a little bit of your help as well. So thank you very much for anything I miss. I greatly appreciate any help. Other than that, standard mode. We start at Link's house. We get a random weapon from Uncle. So could be a sword, could be blue cane, could be red cane, could be a sword. Everyone wants a sword. Let's be honest. Maybe a hammer. But otherwise, just got to get your 7 crystals to beat the Ganon's tower to beat that and fight Ganon to beat the seed. So it's almost time to get underway, everybody. But really quickly, we do have Saturday races for the dailies as well going on. Casual Boots Weekly tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. It's going to be fun. All right, looks like we'll be starting here in a few seconds. Okay, Uncle's off to find the windfish. I wish him the best of luck. Hey, a little bit of money from Link's house. That's not terrible. That's bomb money just in case we don't get lucky with escape. But unlike a standard boots, there's no guarantee of bombs in the escape. So kind of got to get lucky there. It's like we had a quick little map check. We have a crystal at Eastern, red crystal. That's a 5/6 desert and a pendant Tower of Hera and a Burna to start our seed with. So what'll happen here is our expected weapon to go through escape is Burna. So magic is very important. Magic management, evil shield. So gotta kind of hope for the best. Watch your magic meter. Oh, looks like Yoinker's wife is starting early there with that cane use. Got to be careful. The good news is that if you do happen to run out of magic, you can take a death warp, and the game will give you some magic after you respawn. So you cannot technically get stuck, but it can make it a lot harder. Alright, looks like just a big 20 from the map chest. Nothing too exciting there. Early money is not horrible, but looks like Yonkers is maybe trying to go for a bomb drop from the guards. Looks like Sheffy's just deciding, you know what, I'm just gonna go on through. Ooh, Sheffy with the accidental turned off the cane a little bit too quick. Oh, did it again. Running low on magic, but can use the pots below to go ahead and clear the room. I don't know, unless you get a magic refill at Zelda Cell, it's almost worth taking a death warp after you rescue Zelda. That way you start at Zelda Cell with more magic. Oh, it doesn't look like Sheffy's gonna have that option though. No bombs. Yeah, just gonna have to walk on out. Looks like Yoinker's wife's gonna be in a little bit better shape. More magic. We'll see if the guards behave. We did get the standard small key that is required, so there's going to be something. Could be a map, or otherwise over at Dark Cross. And this race is 2 runners going on the restream, but there are a total of 8 entrants in this race. So there are more runners off stream that are going. So we'll see how these runners do in comparison to the other 6. Indeed, that is a lot of princesses. All right, good game knowledge, Sheffy, knowing where 2 magic pots are in this room. And trying to see what the rats drop here, hoping for a bomb. No luck yet, though. I didn't really see anything dropping from the rats. Boomerang in the chest there, so it looks like we're not going to get any bombs unless our stun prize is something. $5. Alright, looks like Yoinkers does not know about those magic decanters. But Sheffy is kind of still going after the rats, hoping for a bomb drop. They might be in the bomb drop pool with that $5 drop. I am not super familiar with those, though. Alright, that is the only enemy technically Sheffy has to take out for the rest of Escape. No bombs from anything in Escape, so back of Escape's going to remain a thing. And here's another thing about this, is there could be something required in the back of there, like, say, a glove. And the runners could be expected to go back through the front to get access to those. The game does give you a permanent light cone in Escape, so even after you beat it and go back in, you have your light cone, so you can logically get back to the back to get those checks. And that is a hammer at the Sanctuary. That's pretty good. Alright, Sheffy gets that map check. Alright, we'll see where Sheffy decides to go. Sometimes people will go check Lumberjack nowadays. Sometimes, yeah, straight to Lost Woods. Probably hoping for bombs. But in the meantime, you got $80. You can afford to buy some bombs. You're going to lose bottle vendor money, but it's what it is. Alright, magic decanters. Got to assume that's sphere 2. Oh, there's bombs from the crabs. Everything is fine. And gonna pick up that heart from the Lost Woods mushroom spot. Meanwhile, Yoinker's wife did get her hammer. And it's a blue mail upgrade for Sheffy. And magic decanter refill for Yoinker's wife. Beautiful, beautiful bomb drops from the crabs. Love it. Alright, looks like she's going to scout Lumberjack. Is this going to be a hard required Agaseed, or are we not going to need to get this item? Ooh, that is Bombos. That is a scary find right there. Could be required to get in the ice. Could be a medallion needed to get into a crystal dungeon such as Turtle Rock or Mire. All the hearts. And the mirror too. That's a pretty decent cave blind set there. It's not horrible. Alright, Yoinker's wife decided to go ahead and just fill up on bomb. Not content with getting a few. Blue mail for Yoinker's wife. Not much going on in the well so far. I stand corrected. We got a shovel. And frankly, it's really good place to find shovel because you're going to check library, you're going to check race game. Shovel is right down the road. And a bow from Bottle Vendor. That is a good find. Alright, that's a beatable Eastern Palace for the runners, though not in logic yet. Alright, looks like free bombs anyway in Kakariko South, so Sheffy is off the hook for not farming those bombs. Game gave him all that he needed. And that says Samaria on the library. Good news, bad news there. Means you're guaranteed to get the boots at some point, as long as Meyer and TR are both, or one of them is a crystal. If they're both pendants, then those boots could be anywhere. Alright, Yoinker's wife gets that shovel from the well. Sheffy, yeah, you don't have a whole lot of money, may as well get it, it's right there. And the bow for Yoinker's wife. Alright, Yoinker's wife about to be well rewarded with bombs, more bombs, and some bombs. And our shovel today gives us a few sticks. Thanks, game. Okay, Sheffy kind of has a little bit of a tough decision, though. Probably heading east or south. Yeah, we're heading towards eastern. It is a bit of a gamble to go to the back of escape right now. I don't think we found a map, so we are guaranteed... It's a hard piece on a highly island. We are guaranteed 2 items in the back of escape, with the map being outstanding. Alright, looks like Yoinker's wife can go ahead and just check this blind too. Gonna get a little money. Alright, Sazrella, where's our green pendant? Looks like we got Turtle Rock today. Ten arrows. 3 bombs. Thanks, Sazrella. Alright, so Sheffy going to the out of logic currently, but beatable Eastern Palace, which is a crystal. So cannot blame them for this choice here. Meanwhile, Yoinker's wife gonna go use that shovel and get a few sticks. Alright, Yoinker's wife electing to... Oh, craisins. Wonder if she can find those craisins for that, thing over there. Alright, so she's not going to save and quit. I got to assume she's just going to head south, probably. See what we can find South Shore. Meanwhile, Sheffy is in Eastern Palace. Let's see what the first check is. Cool. Dungeon item, let's go. Alright, Yoinker's wife heading into the dam. $20. Meanwhile, red meringue over for Sheffy. Gotta get both those rings on that tracker. There it goes. Alright, Yoinker's wife does forget that she has that mirror. Could have made a single trip into the dam to go ahead and drain it and get the chest. That's okay. Sometimes your brain's going a million miles a minute. You're thinking about what checks you want to do. It could be difficult to think of something like that. Alright, big key. So logically, Eastern is locked by either a lamp or a fire rod. And Yoinker's wife electing to go ahead and go from the dam all the way to Agina's cave and get a desert ledge inspection going. Okay, item number 2 out of Eastern is the bombs. Looks like Sheffy's going to say, you know what? Heck with big key chest. Let's go ahead and just go to the back. Didn't look like much on desert ledge either. Alright, Sheffy being a little bit rambunctious there with those arrows, but gets the job done. Meanwhile, Agina, do you have anything for us? It's always fun to chat with Agina. If you ever need a little bit of a laugh, just chat with Agina when you're in that cave. He has different lines depending on what gear you have. Meanwhile, it didn't really have anything in terms of progression. The Panda Quip is particularly entertaining from Agina. Alright, we got a Armos fight going from Sheffy. We'll see if this has item 3 or if it's in Eastern big key chest. And it is a glove. That's a good find. And that is officially Dark World access for Sheffy. It'll be interesting to see what we want to do. What he does know is there is a fire rod or a lamp, probably pretty accessible. Likely going to be acquired by Yoinker's wife in just a moment. Not wrong, Dressy. Ooh, get a book. And a sword. Alright, goods finds from Mini Moldrum Cave there. Good job. Oh, there we go. The quicker back of escape. Again, 2 items here are going to be a map. So with everything we've checked, either Ice Rod Cave or back of escape has to have something pushing him towards Eastern, likely. Alright, there's our logic. Lamp in the back of escape. So Yoinker's wife is probably not going to find much here. She'll get forced into Eastern pretty quick. Sheffy electing to... Alright, we're gonna go south. I like this play. Personally, I would probably skip Ice Rod Cave at this point, but check the dam, check Mini Moldrum, then probably go right to Dark World. Alright, Yoinker's wife filling up on health. We'll see if she goes back to the back of escape. Nope, she's heading towards Eastern. I don't know if she knows the knowledge of the escape sequence having the cone at all times. Oh, you're right, we don't have a pearl yet. So Mountain is the next play then. Or it could be Desert. Yuck. Well, Aga is not a thing yet. We have no cape, we have no Master Sword. So our logic at this point is putting us either to Death Mountain for 2 checks. No, well, I should say Hera as well. So 4 items on the climb and the mountain, or you can go into desert and get 1 guaranteed chest. That could very well be what you need, or just a dungeon item. We do know that boots are going to be a thing, because there is a Samaria on the library. So unless Meyer and Turtle Rock are both pendants, then boots are going to have to come to us at some point. Meanwhile, let's see what Gary's got for us. And from Yoinker's Way, we're seeing a desert play. So statistically, Sheffy's making the right play. But Yoinker's wife is making kind of that offshoot play that she knows if is the answer. Very likely going to be last located by many runners. And there's the flippers on Desert Ledge, which I missed before. So that is a logical Zora, along with the waterfall. And George. You're right, EDM is open with the hammer and the mirror. That is correct. But EDM does not have to be the answer at this point. The flippers could be the play. We'll see. Alright, we're about to find out if we are boots locked out of desert. Alright, all I saw was a 5-6 at Swamp. Anybody else catch anything else? There's a Master Sword. Alright, well, that's Aga. Alright, well, Yoinker's wife, once she goes to Eastern Palace, we'll have Dark World. No, Sheffy's making a good call. Gonna get a lot of clearing done. Probably a required item up here somewhere. But it could put him off of desert for a while. That is not wrong. Like, you can do all this and potentially do Aga before. I doubt it, though. Alright. George, what do you got? You got a heart piece? Thanks, George. Ooh, is that a good spot, Chevy? Yeah, we're fine. Ooh, half magic. That's not bad. Alright, that's both items out of here. He's gone. Ooh, Sheffy running a little bit low on health. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, Zora money on Zora ledge. That is interesting. Gotta make that second round trip in Zora area. Hopefully this works out for Yoinker's wife, because if not, she'll be a little broke. Okay, EDM coming up. EMPTY. Alright, well, that's okay. Oh my Lanta. That is a single arrow for 500 rupees. Yoinker's wife is less than impressed. I agree there. Alright, looks like Sheffy is heading for desert. That is the right play. Alright, Yoinker's wife is heading back for escape, so she will get her lamp. Maybe get her a little more comfortable going into Eastern Palace, where she'll get the glove and Dark World access. The problem is you need to go all the way to Armos Knights to get that. Yeah, perhaps Swamp. That's not a bad call. No hookshot, but certainly if Swamp ended up having your hookshot or something required to get your hookshot, then an early play there would probably win you the race. Alright, Sheffy gets that knowledge of the flippers on Desert Ledge. There's that pro for Sheffy. And also knowledge that Desert Palace needs the boots, as does the Cane of Samaria. And with the dungeon knowledge of Meyer, those boots are out there somewhere. Alright, we'll see if Sheffy decides just to go for Dark World. Forget about flipper checks for now. You don't have the money for Zora, and if you're Sheffy, you don't know about that 300 on Zora Ledge. Alright, looks like our first stop will be Hype Cave. Doesn't even try and get the shield eaten, my gosh. That's a Quake. And that's about it. Here's the thing we have to keep in mind though, chat. Sheffy has not done a check into Lumberjack, and Yoinker's wife did. That is a Bombos at Lumberjack, so if Meyer requires Bombos, Chef, you may end up having to dig quite a bit before checking Lumberjack. Oh, is there a bottle in the pipe cave as well? I missed that. Just enjoying this Crypt of the Necrodancer MSU, it's so good. We'll switch over to Yoinker's wife for a few minutes momentarily. She's using vanilla music, which is also quite good. Oh, she tossed it in the wrong direction. Hate it when that happens. Had the good setup though, did only spawn 2 of the Salphos. Alright, hopefully Yoinkers will decide to go straight to the back as well, but it's a tough call. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get our dungeon item off the big key chest. Meanwhile, Sheffy heading into Palace of Darkness. Such a good track. Alright, not much going on in pod, but that's often the case with the front. Usually just pretty key filled. There are 6 checks in the front, but 4 of them are guaranteed to be small keys. The other 2, though, could be a big key, could be an item, could be a dungeon item, could be more keys. I mean, I've seen a couple dungeons of pod where all 6 pod smalls are just sitting up front. We don't acknowledge that item. It's evil. Looks like a little misfire of the arrow there. That's fine. Gives you time to fill up your quiver. Oh my gosh, it's a small key. And our 2 extra things up front in pod are a compass and an item we don't acknowledge. And first dungeon done for Yoker, so I have to pick up that glove. And Sheffy deciding, where do I go? Yep, would have found out if that's a key if you did below the rupee basement. If you end up with 3 keys when you're done with rupee basement, then there's something that's not a small key likely in a harmless segue. Alright, that's another item, just a few bombs. And it looks like Sheffy realizing, you know what, I'm short Zora money, let's go ahead and farm. And Yorker's wife going up Death Mountain. Ooh, the fillet. Best item. Yes, that would be pretty evil and definitely something that can happen. Alright, well, main thing out of pod so far is the fillet. Nothing in there to acknowledge otherwise. Alright, gets that knowledge of that Master Sword sitting on top of Spec Rock. Also take this opportunity to remind everybody, don't forget to give these two runners a follow. Sheffy and New Yorkers by putting their time on the line for us, putting on a good show for us. Links are in chat to give them a follow. Pretty straightforward pod right now. 12 hearts, blue mail, Master Sword. You pretty much have everything to get through Helmasaur. It's more or less a vanilla fight with extra health. Alright, Yonker's wife, I'd like to go ahead and just duck on out of Tower of Hero, getting both those items. Has that red pedestal, so I am a little bit surprised that you just don't beat that. I mean, I guess at this point, pedestal is all but dead, but until you know where that ice rod is, I guess the ice rod would be part of pedestal. I guess until you know where that hook shot is. That's kind of a big question. Alright, that's Palace of Darkness down for Sheffy. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over to Yoinker's audio for a few minutes. Gotta listen to some vanilla Link to the Past for a few. I still need a pair of mitts too. But I guess mitts can't be on pet at this point. Doesn't look like Sheffy's going to be checking ped. You're going to be in the region from Dark World checking Skull Woods. Also, good point. Spy Cave is very much a thing. Alright, let's see what Village Backhouse offers us today. We start off with a heart piece. Yay! We'll see if Sheffy remembers to mirror to check Sick Kid. There's that bottle I missed initially. And there's it's just money sitting in the front of Thieves Town. Yeah, Yoinker's wife decided not to duck out of, or not to climb here, so she's gonna miss out on that half magic, unfortunately. Unless I'm mistaken, Vanilla Big Key and Thieves Town, so those are 1 or 2 items gotten from the front of Thieves. I only saw the 3 hundo. We don't have a small key, so we either got map compass or another item. Oh, Yoinker's wife got hit. Lost Kiki. It's like Thieves Town giving, is that a tempered? No, it's Master Sword, okay. Well, Yoinker's gonna get the most important item in the game, in my opinion, the bug net out of pod, but otherwise, yeah, just a crystal. Okay, so it had to have been a second item out of the front of Thieves Town. Because that was our second dungeon item, so we're either going to have a vanilla small key in Thieves Town, or the small key is locking itself, and we just have items at Blind Cell and the boss. Yoinkers, you don't quite need to be that far from your bomb, but I respect the being careful. Alright, looks like the small key locks itself in Thieves Town, so final item on blind. Alright, having a little bit of an issue. And blind is down for crystal number 3. And for our troubles, we get bombs. Alright, so Sheffy's in a little bit of a pickle here. Does remember to go check Sick Kid. But with not checking Dig Game or Stumpy, you could go check those, but then you're isolating Skull a bit. Just bombs off of Sick Kid. Or you can always go up Scout Bumper and go into Skullwoods and hope your progression's in Skull. There aren't a lot of options where the myths can't be. And that's a vanilla 300. Alright, we'll see if Yoinker's wife knows this will be a small key. Yep, dungeon knowledge is with her. She's gonna go ahead and go to the Dark Maze. Well, Thieves Town is indeed hammerlocked, but considering we got the hammer from Sanctuary, and another 300 from Big Game, alright. Alright, K45, what do we got today? That front of Swamp Dip is looking mighty tempting at this point. If you're chefing, not as much because you have not done Flipper Check. But as viewers, we know Skull or Swamp, very likely the progression. And where did Chefy get tempered? Oh, it must have been Stumpy, alright. Alright, Bombo's tablet, what do we got? We got $300 more, holy moly. After the seed just being a bit of a poverty seed here for the light world is suddenly just throwing money at you like nothing. Holy moly. So if Sheffy does not check Lumberjack right now, may not do it for a while. Yeah, we're doing flipper checks, alright. Good knowledge of the pools. Those Zora pools aren't just for show, they could actually be used tactically and be able to get to places a little bit faster, given the right circumstances. Alright, Yoinker's wife takes down Helmasaur with minimal effort. A little bit of trouble there with some of the movement there, but everything's fine. Meanwhile, Sheffy about to put 500 hard-earned dollars towards one single arrow. And sees the other 300 on there. Pretty sure that's the 4th or 5th one you see in the last few minutes. All right, let's go on back to Sheffy's audio. Probably SNES 9X. I think it has some image filters. Ooh, Sheffy making the play into Swamp Palace. No hook shot, but we do have about half the dungeon available to us. So I think the only things we haven't seen are Swamp Palace, Grumpy Fish, and Graveyard Lich. And we haven't scouted Bumper, but we don't have a cave. And we haven't seen Pyramid, which Yoinkers is doing now. And that's $1. Answer not Pyramid. And that is Boots and Swamp Palace. Probably kicking himself a little bit for not dipping in here while doing South Dark World checks, but at the same time, justified. You're hoping to get the hookshot, just single dip. So little does Sheffy know that is Bombos for Ice Palace, but you obviously need your mitts. So we'll see if there's any other goodies in Swamp. Alright, Grumpy Fish, what do we got today? Okay. I mean, it's fine. We don't know what's on Bumper. We do know that Sheffy does have access to the second item in Desert, which is routable directly west from Swamp. No sign of the flute or mitts yet, so chances of Desert having something you need a little bit higher in that one item you've got left. But otherwise, that is the Canis Maria off of Library. So at this point, the runners are pretty much Flute, Hookshot. Well, between the two runners, I guess, for Sheffy, Flute, Hookshot, Medallion to go. Oh, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, kind of need those too. Or, yeah, we need Fire Rod at least. No Ice Rod. And Yoinker's wife so far with the only knowledge of Bombos location, which could be your entry into ice for, say, a Fire Rod. We do get a pedestal check from Yoinker's wife. Unfortunately, just health. Pet is dead, Chad. I'm sorry. Well, left side swamp. Got a compass so far. Oh, joy. Thank you, Swamp. A vanilla big key. So we do know the boots lock the Samaria, but does it lock our mitts too? Meanwhile, we're getting a first look at Skull Woods from Yoinker's wife as well. And that's 20 bucks. So we get boots out of swamp, not much else. Guessing we're heading towards desert for that dungeon. And 20 bucks in that chest. Don't think Quake hits any of those guys. Oh, it stuns to give those. Okay. It's one of the reasons why I like the boomerangs in this room. Good stun with the good dose. And our last accessible chest is a small key. Meanwhile, right side desert, what do we got besides the big key? We got a hook shot. So, double dip swamp is mandatory. You got to go in there to get your boots to come to desert to get your hook shot. So 2 hard required items from desert. Meanwhile, is this cape anything? No, unfortunately, big 20 on bumper. Alright, we are going to get a look at Graveyard Ledge, which we have not seen yet. Unfortunately, with the gear Yoinker's wife has, got to walk all the way around. Alright, what do we got? It's bombs. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're looking at back of swamp or spike cave for the mitts. Alright, Landmo down. And is crystal number 4 at 58.52. Meanwhile, Sheffy realizing I've still got that portal. But I think at this point it may have been faster to go and save and quit, start at your house, walk south, and go back to Dark World. At the very least, I think it would have been a push, but oh, that would have been close. If you have a flute, obviously just looting to 7 faster, but yeah, debatable. So double dip desert required, double dip mire, or not mire, Swan Palace required. Alright, Sheffy's back in a Swamp Palace going for crystal number 5. He's gonna have full access to the bag. It's gonna be pretty quick. Okay, is the back a swamp our answer? Probably. But as pointed out by Drossi, Spike Cave is in logic. So far, no, not the answer. Of note, though, this will give Sheffy access to the Pyramid Fairy, so technically 2 more checks after this. And Sheffy also has not checked Pyramid Fairy nor gone to Grumpy Fish, though I can imagine that if you find myths at Pyramid Fairy, Grumpy Fish is forever last location. That Bombos is still in the air, though, because it's legal, it's very logical, and it's currently our only way into Ice Palace if myths are somewhere, which they are. Alright, Swamp Palace down, another crystal for Sheffy, no more progression, but we can go Pyramid Fairy. Trying to go for hook speed, didn't quite get it. So best we can tell by everything we've seen, 2/3 chance progression is here at Pyramid Fairy, 1/3 chance at Spike Cave. I'm pretty sure we've cleared everything else between these 2 runners. We could also be Fire Rod. I think we only got 1 item out of Skull, so back of Skull still has an item. Okay, Spike Cave. Yorker's Wife's done quite a bit of clearing. The Sheffy has not, though, so Spike Cave, it's probably still not really a huge thing on Sheffy's mind. At this point, I think Lumberjack is probably starting to get a little more worrisome to Sheffy because for all he knows, Myths could be up there. Alright, that's blind down for Yoinker's Wife. Oh, there's a check we didn't think of. It's King's Tomb. With the Mets. So those gloves are buried. Gotta go into Swamp Palace to unlock that. Then again, that's really not that buried, right? Because we had Swamp Palace access with the Moon Pearl. Alright, so we know where Samaria is. That's on Library. We know where Bombust is. That's at Lumberjack. Bombust maybe needed, maybe not. I think we're about to find out our info. So for no mode for us, we very likely need a fire rod and a flute. Hopefully Sheffy does remember where the Samari is. Not gunning for it, but at the same time... Oh, this could be bad, actually, for Sheffy, or good. Because you would have access to Turtle Rock right now. At least the front. If it's Quake. Alright, Yoinker's right picking up 300 from Big Game. Sheffy gets the cave. Ooh, are we going Spike Cave? Either that or East Death Mountain. Alright, East Dark Death Mountain. Could route that in with Spike Cave though. Yoinker's right about to get that sword. Sheffy testing out those boots, making sure their bonkability is still working. Confirm, Deadrex alike, feel free. Not gonna get me, it's fine. Alright, Yoinker's right gonna be in prime position to go ahead and just dip Swamp Palace right now. Don't think she really logically has much of anything else at this point, so technically last location swap, I think. Meanwhile, Super Bunny, a little bit of health in another bottle. This one with Fairy in it. Meanwhile, about to get a hook shot check from Sheffy. Let's go. We got 20 bucks. 20 bucks. So far, vanilla. Fire needed that. And a herpes. Alright, that's our access to Ice Palace, really. Oh, that's Bombos for Turtle Rock. That's logical for us. I don't remember what's up here. I don't think I ever saw what's at Hylia Island. Or not Hylia, pardon me, at the Floating Island. Must be something of importance if Sheffy's getting it. Oh. Yoinker's wife about to get the boots. I don't see her leaving the dungeon. I'm pretty sure she'll do the entirety of the front like Sheffy did. I think it's debatable. I think the good move, though, would be to leave. Like, even without the knowledge I have, it's like, you get the boots, you're like, okay, that's enough for me. And 20 bucks Spike Cave, alright. So, I'm really hoping Sheffy remembers where the Samaria is, because so far he's not gunning for it with that pair of boots. All right. Can you go to the library, Sheffy, so you can be sure to that no other. Do you need it for Skull? No, but it'd be good acknowledgement that you remember where that summary is. Oh, Yoinkers dipping out of Swamp. We know that is the right call. She's going right for Desert. Gonna get that hook shot. Alright, well, Sheffy's going for Crystal number 6. If he gets a float here and Myers Quake, then Sheffy would be in go mode. Ooh, it is not here. The other 20 is in the front of Skull. So Ice Palace is the likely location of that flute. Or just plain old hard required, unless it's sitting in Turtle Rock. Alright, there's that hook shot for Yoinker's wife. Just needs to get that big key. Yoinkers. There you go. Probably thinking she's on the left side of Desert, being like, hold down. No, wait. There's something wrong with that. Alright, Mothula down for Sheffy. That is Crystal, number 6 at 112.50. And Sheffy finds that pet is dead as well. Alright, so the only thing Sheffy has in this area really is Bumper. That's it. So gonna be disappointed by Bumper and then got some decisions to make. You're probably at that point going to mirror and check Lumberjack. The issue is Sheffy does need to remember the Samaria, which is sitting on Library. Alright, Landmo fight for Yoinker's wife. Meanwhile, Sheffy's about to get the big 20. Alright, Desert down for Yoinker's wife. Alright, so we'll see where Yoinker's wife goes. Swan Palace, presumably. Alright, gonna get that knowledge on the Bombas for Sheffy. We'll see what he elects to do with this knowledge. That's where he slightly yells at the screen and says, "Oh my gosh." Alright, where is Sheffy going? Hopefully to get that Samaria. Oh, Smith Chain. Smith Chain is the right time to remember that. If he does not mirror here to get the Samaria on the way to Smith Chain, could be in trouble. Alright, yeah, you remember. So, Samaria time for Sheffy. Alright, hammer pegs and Smith Chain, 3 items total. What do we get from hammer pegs? Nothing. And Yoinker's right for remembering, crud. I need that key, don't I? So left side swamp does have, I think, a compass and the big key leading to, I think, 20 bucks. Looks like art piece from Smith Chain. So if Yoinker's wife elects to leave the item in swamp, going to be a good call and get her back a couple minutes of time here. Oh yeah, magic bat as well. We got the powder up on Dark Death Mountain. Alright, not magic bats, so purple chest, or I think just go into Ice Ballast. And if it's not Ice Ballast, you go beat Aga, you get that Bombos, you go into Turtle Rock. Alright, Smith Chain, not the answer. We are darting it over to Ice Palace. Another quick reminder, links are in chat. Give these 2 runners a follow. Putting on a fantastic show for us today, volunteering their time for our enjoyment. Don't forget to give them a follow. While you're at it, there's a Speed Gaming family of channels. Speed Gaming through Speed Gaming 6. Give them a follow. All sorts of randomizer content going on daily. Not just Link to the Past. I got Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Zelda 3, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy of all kind, you name it. SG hosts it. Put on by a bunch of volunteers that are fantastic. Gotta love them. Also gonna put a link in chat for volunteering for Speed Gaming. It's really nice. The more people they have, the easier it is to cover all sorts of events that would otherwise not get covered. So volunteer for Speed Gaming if you have the time. Great organization. Lots of good people. Very nice icebreaker going on from Shaffy, getting a mail upgrade. And there's also the bilingual speed gaming channels as well. Speed gaming Deutsch, speed gaming Portuguese, and more. All sorts of speed gaming channels to follow, and if English isn't your first language, don't worry about it. They got you covered. And that's a big key, and iced tea, not a good spot for that. But depending on if you get the switch, which I wasn't completely watching, may be required to get that big key to beat it. Alright, so Yonker's wife did elect to go ahead and go back into Swamp Palace, so unfortunately not going to get much. Okay, Swamp Palace not exactly paying out so far. Ooh, does it get that hook shot? There we go. That's another item. Not the flute. If Sheffy comes up empty and ice, then I'm guessing Aga is the next play. Alright, Yorker's wife out of Swamp Palace. Meanwhile, Sheffy going in to fight Cold Stare. Solid fight, no issues there. And Cold Stare rewards us with mushroom. Thanks. Alright, so technically did not pick up that pendant, so I am not going to mark Ice Palace done for Sheffy. But we are darting it right over for Potion Shop, hoping for the best. Again, Sheffy is very likely, in fact, almost definitely a flute go at this point. The issue is that Bombos is at Lumberjack and Turtle Rock is accessible via that, and it's logical. So if Mushroom is not it, we're probably going to go fight Aga. And Samaria for Yonker. And the worst item in the game for Sheffy, very unfortunate. Does pick it up though. Not wrong, Lemon. I agree with that. But it does look like we're going for Aga for Sheffy. The hour 23:50 second Aga climb. Well, it's hard to say. You can't say nobody because there's going to be some goofballs out there that'll just route in Aga and go, you know what? My execution's not really up to the level of many runners that are in this race, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and gamble Aga. When I get the boots, just dart for it. Get that Bombos, go into Turtle Rock, hope for the best. And that is the runner who gets first place because they made that move before going to just check a bunch of overworld random locations. So there's going to be somebody out there, may or may not be in this race, who will in fact skip Ice Palace. And that's half magic for Yonker's wife. And that's $20. So both items out of there. Yonker's wife knows Pen is dead. Goodbye. Yes, Bombos is at Lumberjack, which Sheffy only found out in the last 20 minutes. 15, really. And that locks Pendant Turtle Rock. We don't even have an Ice Rod. So Turtle Rock is the answer for us. Either via the dungeon, you know, you get an Ice Rod, you beat it, you maybe turn in Green Pendant, but more likely it's probably Laser Bridge, let's be honest. Alright, so Yoinker's wife just needs to go to Hookshot Cave to get that Fire Rod, beat Skull Woods, and then you're pretty much right there where Sheffy is. Alright, everybody, get your last minute guesses in chat. Blue balls, how many is Aga going to shoot us? 0 to 15. Feel free to put little guesses in chat. We're going to get a little game on later as well, but for now, the first game we're going to play is the Blue Ball Aga game. 0 to 15. Feel free to put a guess in chat. Alright, let's count them down, chat. This is obviously going to be a regular shot, always is. But now the fun game starts. There's one. Meanwhile, Yoinker's wife going to be turning in that big bomb, going to get $40 for her effort. Still one. Minus a point for Sheffy, though, not using the bug net. Shame. Alright, that's 2. I think if this is a regular shot... Nope, that's 3. Alright, so I think it's 2 more hits. 1 guaranteed the first, the next shot. So the next regular shot that Aga shoots should end it, besides this guaranteed one right here. Or not, that was just it. Alright, I think we had 3, didn't we? So 2 winners today, Lemonster and Dance Gas. GG's to both of you. Alright, Yoinker's wife gonna have to get those mitts. I kind of forgot about that step, so mitts turn to Dark Death Mountain. Which will get the Fire Rod for Skull. Alright, this will be Bombos for Sheffy. Alright, Yoinker's wife gets out of the bottle. We'll see how deep our progression is in Turtle Rock. It's Laser Bridge. Very much. It's always Laser Bridge. Except in the rare case when it's, you know, Mimic Cave or something. Alright, Fire Rod coming up for Yoinker's wife. Check 3, I think. Looks like she's going to pick up that powder as well. Alright, powder for your uncle's wife as well. Alright. We'll see, that should be go mode. Early in Turtle Rock, that is not a regular thing, but anybody dipping an early-ish aga will be well rewarded. Technically, Ether could be required, and the trolliest thing for the game to do would be to put Ether later in Turtle Rock right now. Unlikely, but it is possible. We'll not call go mode for Sheffy until we see that medallion requirement for Minor in the next 40 seconds or so. No, probably less than that, but yeah. Okay, is Sheffy in go mode? Yes, we are. So Bombo's double actually required. So 132.38, Sheffy is officially in go mode. He's got to clean up Meyer, go to GT, find out where that big key is, climb the tower, beat Aga 2, and fight Ganon. Yeah, Pedestal was determined to be dead a little bit earlier when Yorker's wife did read it. A little bit of health, not much going on there. Alright, another crystal for Yoinker's wife. Skullwood's down. So we do know that the next thing Yoinkers needs to do is go beat Aga, go into Turtle Rock, and that'll be her go mode. Well, statistically, it's hard to say what the chances are of two C's in the same day causing or needing both Bombos on Lumberjack. Probably pretty small, though. Alright, Sheffy having a little bit of an issue there. Alright, got it. Alright, Smith Chain coming up from Yoinker's wife. Meanwhile, Sheffy trying to find that pesky big key still. And There it is. Time to go beat. No wait, Argus is in that other place. This is Vitreous, yeah. Argus is in Swamp Palace. We already beat that guy. Not quite a Godmare. Not horrible though. Vanilla Mire is even worse. And you just don't want the big key to be there. Alright, Vitreous fight coming up from Sheffy. No silver, so just gonna kind of cape it up, use swings. It's perfectly fine. Okay, well that's Misery Mire done for Sheffy. This is time to start to play a game here, chat. If you're new to the channel, there are 22 checks in Ganon's Tower that could have the big key to Ganon's Tower. Feel free to put a number in chat, 1 to 22, where you think the big key of Ganon's Tower will be. You'll have until Sheffy enters Ganon's Tower to get your guess in. Again, 1 to 22, where's that Ganon's Tower big key hiding? Alright, chat, running out of time. Where's that big key? 1 to 22. Guesses close when the runner Sheffy enters Ganon's Tower. Meanwhile, Yorker's wife making the same play Sheffy did a bit ago, going into Ice Palace, hoping to find that flute. Not gonna find it, unfortunately. Here we are, an hour 40 almost in the seed. And these two are still going at it here. Alright, guesses are closed. First check is not it. Yoinker's wife does pick up that mail upgrade. Two is 3 bombs. 3 is $20. 4 is the small key. 5 is the small key. 0 for 5, chat. Alright, 0 for 7. Oh, we going... Ooh. I don't mind this play. With the key layout so far, I do not mind this play. So tile room, an early dip here from Sheffy. Most runners would just simply wait until 22 to check this, but with early small keys like Sheffy's got, I don't mind this play. Interesting, alright. So we are 0 for 8 so far, chat. Coming up in Compass Room, 9 through 12. Nope. 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 And Buttersore. I would have preferred a big key, but Buttersore's not bad. Or even Silver Arrows, really. Silvers would have been better. Alright, coming up at Double Fire Bar, we'll have check number 13, I believe. Alright, we are 0 for 13. Meanwhile, Yorker's Wife coming up on Cold Stare. Not there either. (14 through 17 coming up, chat. Meanwhile, Yorker's does get that mushroom and does pick up the pendant. Not 14, not 15, not 16, not 17. Oh for 19, chat. I forgot to include Tire Room in my earlier guesses there, or my earlier comments. So this will be 20, 21, and 22 to finish off. Check number 21. No 21s in chat. We did have 2 17s, closest to guessing without going over. My rules are generally Price is Right. DR4 and Blue, GG's to both of you for coming closest without going over. Well done. Meanwhile, Yorker's Wife going back up the... What are we doing? I don't think she's beat Aga yet. Flute was in the front of Turtle Rock. Locked by Bombos, locked by Aga 1. Oh, did she never scout Turtle Rock? Oh. That could be the issue. And that is when she says, gosh darn it, I know where that is. Alright, it's off to Aga Tower for Yoinker's wife. She'll be in go mode shortly, just has to go beat Aga, go to Turtle Rock, and it's just sitting right in the front. Firelock side in the front of Turtle Rock. And little does she know, it's also required to get into Mire anyway, so... Alright, looks like Sheffy opened for silvers because they're totally not in the back of Turtle Rock, right? Evil game. Those arrows are practically silvers, right? They're in the back of Turtle Rock. Meanwhile, Yorker's wife getting near the top of Aga Tower. Alright, good double to start things off. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mark Aga's defeated for Sheffield Wilding. Ooh, would have been a triple, didn't need it though. Aga 2 is down for Sheffy. So what do we know? We know that the Ice Rod and the Silvers are in Ganon's Tower, or Silvers could potentially be Green Pendant turn in as Saw's Relic. Alright, time for Sheffy to fight a big green pig. Could be worse though, you got butter. Well, that's true, PGG. Could have silvers in the big chest of Turtle Rock, or even the Ice Rod, technically. Unlikely statistically, but it could be. Or they're just in Mire option 2. Probably cutscene chest, because I think a cutscene chest, big chest are the only things not looted in Mire. And Aga down for Yonker's wife. I marked it that time. Yay. All right, last swing or two for Sheffy. There goes the big pig. All right, Sheffy does cross the finish line. Finishes with a racetime.gg time of 1:51:03. Good enough for first place on Restream, fourth place overall. We do have a first place finisher of Gamachu, 1:44:23. Second, Ravis, 1:45:35. Third, Sheer with a 1:49:50. And fourth, Sheffy, 1:51:03. Do have a couple of DNFs we're not going to chat about, but otherwise there are still two racers going. Sewing needle for sale, I like it. Alright, won't take too long for Yoinkers to get into go mode here. Just has to go in the front of Turtle Rock and go to Firelock side, and that'll be your flutes. GG's to Sheffy, and don't forget GG's in chat if you haven't already. Doesn't look like so far we'll get an interview from Sheffy, we'll see though. Another quick reminder as well, tomorrow we do have the Casual Boots Weekly happening. It'll be 3 p.m. Eastern. No channel designated for that yet. And on Sunday, we do have the Open Weekly, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. No designated channel yet as well, but stay tuned for those races coming up over the next couple of days. Plus, there's all sorts of tournaments going on. Randomizer, I think, is one of them. Lots of races on speed gaming channels. Alright, Yoinker's wife is gambling on the fact that, yeah, I've cleared enough. I'm pretty sure Meyer's just gonna be Bombos or Quake, and she'd be right. Dancing Pickle sounds about right to me for that enemy name. I mean, they look like big giant pickles and they look like they're dancing. I've got nothing wrong with that. I can't pronounce most of the names that they actually are. Alright, so Yonker's wife officially does know she's in go mode at 155.48. Big Key's in a bit of an annoying area, but not too bad. Knows how to use those sword beams. Get wrecked, Wizrobes. I usually play cross keys, so like the first thing I'm thinking in my head is, why the heck aren't they going left initially? It's the way to go. And then my head is saying, oh right, this is not cross keys. We don't have a small key. Alright, she's doing the right thing, skipping cutscene chests. Big key is located right next to the big chest, so she's going the right direction. Oh, did Yoinkers find him? I had to look away for a second. Okay, thank you, chat. I don't know if Yoinkers knows how to do spooky action. Alright, Beatrice down for Yoinker's wife, on the way to Ganon's tower. Oh, dead rocks, they can get all of us. Oh, the fairy just decided to leave. Oh my gosh. Alright, so unfortunately for Yoinker's wife, the big key to Ganon's tower is the second worst location it can be, which is the vanilla area. Deciding to say heck no with this room, just bombos. Can't blame her. Stick left, Yoinkers. Don't random rush, just keep going. All right, we are in random room. Not much going to be there. Don't mirror, don't mirror, don't mirror. Keep going. Okay, good. All right, she's got her silver arrows for ice armor, so should be pretty straightforward. Well done. And a green bottle for the extra efforts from the looting. Also says no thank you to the Stavros room. And Yorker's saying, "Yeah, I'm good. I got everything I need for Ganon. No need to loot." Except, forgot to get a key from the mini helmet. There's that key. Alright, that is Troll Arm 2 down. Boing. Alright, getting close. One last request from everybody, don't forget to give these runners a follow. Sheffy on the left, Yoinker's wife on the right. Both put on a great show for us today. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alright, Yoinker's wife getting her spin on. Alright, just gotta get 2 more arrows and the big pig to finish this off. There's 1. And 2. Alright, chat. Don't forget to get your GGs in chat for Yoinker's wife. Alright, she does finish in second place on Restream, 6th overall with a time of 2:16.43, finishing between Sheffy and Yoinker's wife with Sandris with a 1:53.19. What a rough seat. This was pretty rough here for everybody around. We'll see if we can get her in the booth here for an interview soon.
Hello.
There you are. Hello, Yoinkers 5. GG's to you. What a seed, huh?
Oh, yeah, I chose poorly. It was a choice between Turtle Rock and Ice Palace, and I chose to go to Ice Palace.
I'm sure most runners did the same. Oh my goodness gracious. It's hard to make that decision not to, right? Ice is right there. Meanwhile, Turtle Rock, you have to do Agate 1. I don't think anybody made that choice.
Yeah. Oh, it was a seed. I'm sorry I kept y'all so late. I'm a little bit out of practice.
Hey, no need to apologize. You did fantastic today. It's a rough seed on just about everybody.
Yeah, I was surprised when first place was like 144, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, we saw that Bombos early, and it's always been a question since then, right?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, maybe we don't need that bombos, but oh no.
Yeah, exactly. And then you find out going to Meyer anyway, hey, Bombos was hard required for two things, I guess.
Yeah, and I was just praying that that flute was not somewhere stupid, and it was.
Yeah, that flew. I mean, the mitts alone were kind of rough. The boots were gettable fairly early, right in Dark World, but who goes into Swamp right away, right?
Right, especially when you don't have the hook shot with the specky clip, right? So you're like running around everywhere else, or excuse me, walking around everywhere else.
Exactly. You're like, oh my gosh, the boots lead to hook shot leads to mitts leads to everything, and then like the boots leads to your mitts. Boots leads to mitts directly, and that just goes insane from there.
Yeah. And I thought I was like maybe on top of something when I found those flippers really early, and I'm like, oh, there's the flippers. I could get them if I could find a book.
Exactly. You saw that. You got your pearl out of there. In fact, you got it before Sheffy. I think Sheffy just decided to go to Eastern much earlier without the lamp, and then was able to use the glove to get to the back of his skate to get the lamp, which saved a little bit of time.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, there's got to be something that puts Eastern in logic, which means it's either a lamp or it's the fire rod. So that means that there's fire out there somewhere. Let's see if it's the fire rod. And it was the lamp. And I was like, okay, well that saves me if I have to do Meyer Dark Rooms, but
Lo and behold,
yeah.
this seed though. What are your overall thoughts though? It's one of those seeds though.
Uh it it was an oops all dungeons, because if you didn't choose right, you were oops doing all dungeons. But I'm still not happy that I'm still not happy that AGA 1 was required. But other than that, it was a seed. It made you work for it.
But you got through it. You found your stuff. You last located a few things like a pro. I'm proud of you. But you got
Oh,
there.
last locating is my specialty, don't you know?
I'm with you there, 100%.
Oh, but thank you for waiting for me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Any final thoughts before we kind of close it out here? But gosh, GG's to you again.
Thank you. And no, I think I just want to remind everyone that you're the reason that somebody smiles every day. And today it was me.
Absolutely. Always worth smiling when Yoinker's wife is on stream. She does an amazing job. Everybody, don't forget to give her a follow. And Sheffy as well. But a reminder for everybody, tomorrow we have a noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, Casual Boots Weekly. No channel assigned yet. 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific, open weekly. No channel assigned yet. Otherwise, stay tuned to the Speed Gaming channels for all sorts of rando going on all the time, not just Zelda 3. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night. we're going to close it out here, and you all be safe out there. Have a wonderful night, and as Yoinker said, you're all amazing, so y'all take care.